Yo, 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 what's happening? What's happening? Welcome to 101.1 The Culture. And we are back in the building. And today I got a special guest. Um, and everybody says when I get on here, I'm like, oh, that's my dog. We ain't never met before, but I know your people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so me and your people been really tight and we've been networking and doing some stuff. And she had to bring you to the table for a lot of reasons, right? You're doing a lot of good things, but at the same time, that's your fam.
Right.
So everybody, this is my dog, Anteezy DaVinci. What's happening? What's happening? How your day going so far?
Going smooth, been productive all day. You know what I'm saying? Make sure I got some sunlight today. I had to go sit on the porch.
Hey, that's that vitamin D.
Yeah, you need that.
It's good for your health and it's for your mental and
for the mental for sure.
Releasing all that toxic energy and of course and getting that light into your system. It helps give you that energy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but it is hot.
It's hot. That's what I'm saying. I'm on the porch. I'm under the porch, under the little shade, so the sun's still hitting. You know what I'm saying? Sun's still hitting, but
for sure,
yeah,
man.
I'm still getting to it, yeah.
So, man, I'm glad to have you on the show today.
I'm glad to be here, too.
And one of the things I always tell everybody, I got to get in your business a little bit today, right?
That's cool. Get in your business people want to be in my business. I'm inviting people to my business nowadays.
Hey, good business, bad business, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? They got to get in it, right?
Right.
So we're going to start with the simple stuff. Tell us a little bit about who you are, where you're from, and a little bit about your background, your upcoming.
All right, I'm Anteezy DaVinci. I ain't gonna give y'all my government. Y'all be in my business too much. But I'm from the north side of Birmingham.
North?
Yeah, from the big north side.
Okay.
And then went to high school for one day. Went to college, played ball, played football and baseball. Then went pro, played pro for 3 years in baseball.
Okay.
Retired. I'm a model.
Okay.
As well, with Famous Kings briefs. That's on the way. You need to get your son.
Okay. Yeah. You're supposed to bring the dog some draws. You know what I'm saying? Father's Day just passed, so we don't get nothing but socks and draws, right?
Right. I'll be grateful for my socks and draws. I ain't even no father though. Hey, for real, that be the essentials. But
you gotta have them.
Yeah. And then I'm a music artist from any genre you want to throw me into.
Okay.
For real.
Okay, cool.
I make what I feel. I listen to a lot of music. I listen to a lot of music except for country.
So it's so funny you talked about country, right? I made a post on Facebook today, and I said, you know what? I see everybody doing the cowboy cowgirl thing. I just said something about it. And I said, I swear, I made the post today, and I said, you know what? Y'all just ain't gonna catch me in no hat, no cowboy boots, and do y'all
at the most.
Y'all if that's what you want to do? I don't knock nobody for their style or how they want to transition. I'm just kind of old school. You know what I'm saying? You might still catch me in some Dickies and some Cortez.
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
right. It's a trend, though. It's just a trend. I was just like, when everybody start getting so country. But it's just a little trend. It's gonna die off when it get cold. I can't wait till it get cold.
Ain't no more trail ride when it get cold.
None of that. Ain't none of that.
I think it's a cool thing. I mean, country music is black music.
Yeah.
It's just something that a lot of music, and we can go into music history, a lot of music that we aren't involved in, we actually started.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was stolen from us through history, whether it was, these corporations or these individuals that found black music, whether it was country or soul or jazz or whatever, and transitioned it, which is why rap has always been like one of those staples where we ain't trying to give it up. You know what I mean? Because we done gave up so much and it comes from the street. But that's a whole nother topic.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I'm saying?
Whole nother topic. We
might chop it up on that one day, bring you back, and we can talk about that.
We can.
For sure.
We can.
But like I say, today is about you. So I know you said you grew up on the North, right?
Yeah.
So what was it like growing up on the North?
It was smooth for me. I mean,
it was smooth.
I ain't had no problems with it because I went to Birmingham Elementary School and all that. So all my homies just end up staying close.
Okay.
Like close together. So we go to his house, we'll shoot basketball here, might play football on the corner where it look like a field, might play baseball over there. Like it's just a whole lot of stuff you can get into.
I used to come to the North every summer. I was born in Birmingham, but I was raised in California.
Okay.
But my grandparents stayed in Hooper City.
Okay.
So, we used to go up to the
gym. Yeah, the gym.
Yeah, we used to go to the gym, play ball, you know what I'm saying? Get the free lunch with the plums and everything, you know what I'm saying? Man. So, what was the name of the store? They had the store over there, then they had Odo's. uh, the Candy Lady, Miss Gary, and this might be before your time.
Yeah,
I
it
got a
might
little gray
be.
on me, right?
I was gonna say it might be. I said it might be.
You got me over here reminiscing about the North, man. The North was good though.
I always go back. Every time I come back home, I always go back.
For
I
sure.
always catch myself riding through,
For sure.
reminisce.
And so
Because a lot of stuff that was there, that ain't there no more.
True. A lot has changed.
Or
right?
it closed, or it just closed down.
Yeah.
And they just keep the building up there though. They don't tear nothing. I like they don't tear nothing down.
I'm surprised that people ain't came through there and like started buying up some of that stuff like they've been doing in other areas of the city to kind of rebuild the North. You know what I mean? Because the North got a lot of good, and people don't know. They think it's all broke in the North, but the North got some folks with some money up over there.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, if you from there, you'll know.
For sure.
But a lot of people don't go there if they ain't from there.
True.
They just had that side here.
For sure. So you said it was smooth. So family situation, of course, I know your mom.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Keisha, P23. We got to shout out Keisha. So any siblings?
Yeah, I got a bunch.
You got a bunch?
I got a bunch for real. Yeah, on my mom has 2 kids.
Okay.
And then PJ, my little brother. And then on my dad's side, he got 6. So I'm the oldest. And then it's my brother Travion, then my other brother Quinn, then Kayla, then Keelan, and then Devoria. But I'm the oldest out of all that.
So everybody listening to you the OG when it comes to all the siblings.
Yeah, basically.
That's what's up.
It's cool though. It's cool though. I enjoy it. It's cool. They keep me young, so like I don't even feel like I'm my age.
Well, I always say an artist, I don't normally get into artist age, but you still got that youthful appearance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what, and then you in shape too. You got a lot of artists that I see come through, and it's just like y'all ain't been taking care of yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't nobody looking like me. Ain't nobody looking like me. Ain't nobody in the city looking like me.
You know what I'm saying? Making sure that you keep your workout on. And you said you were an athlete.
Yeah.
So you played a lot of ball. Was this something that you eventually gradually got into, or?
No, I did it my whole life. Everything I'm doing now today, like I retired from ball, but like even with the music, I've been doing it my whole life.
Okay.
Like this, I already know what I want to do. Early.
So what's your favorite sport?
It was basketball.
Okay.
And then like the more I got older and mature in high school, I grew up like the same love for basketball, for baseball too. I can't stand football, but I'm good at it though.
What don't you like about football?
It's boring.
Boring.
Yeah, it's repetitive.
Okay. I can
to me. Everybody say I be tripping, but
I guess I can understand that, right? Because basketball has a lot of moving parts, although it's only 5 people. But football is about running plays and running repetitive plays. You know what I'm saying? And executing those plays.
When it work, it's gonna work. Yeah, I don't think it's skilling. I ain't gonna take nothing from it. Cause like I got homies and stuff that's in the league that play. But I don't know, just for me, it was just boring. Like I'm like, all right, they in this, all right, they're not gonna get past me. And then that's it.
Okay.
Or I'm just gonna do this, 1, 2, I'm gonna score and go sit down. That's it. That's it. It ain't a whole lot of scenarios. And I don't know, you gotta think. I like thinking.
Okay.
I like thinking. Baseball, you gotta do a lot of thinking.
Okay. So it ain't just getting up to the plate and swinging and trying to hit the ball.
I mean, you can simplify it. That's the simple version, but it's a play for everything. Like regardless. You can sit there the whole game and you can feel like you're not involved, but you're involved.
Okay.
So you're gonna be mentally tired more than anything.
See, I was never into baseball. I was a basketball guy. I played a little bit of football, but I was more of a basketball guy coming up, and that was something that I loved until I got like into the streets. You know what I mean? But basketball was like my first love when it came to sports.
I have a strong passion for basketball. I don't even like when I hoop for real. I don't even go out there just talking about finna go shoot around and that be it. And I'll be like, nah, we're gonna play for real.
We gonna run full.
Yeah.
we gonna run
full court and all that.
Yeah, that's I miss those days. So basketball, but really baseball, and then you went pro in baseball, correct? Okay. So who'd you play for?
Well, Trinidad Triggers in Colorado.
Okay.
The minor league team. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It was cool.
So how was that experience?
It was cool. I love Colorado. I have a strong love for Colorado just because I was out there in the mountains. And that's what I did on my leisure time all the time. Any piece of little break I got, I just drive up to the mountains and chill.
What
And
part?
just look. This is like southern Colorado.
Okay.
Like the New Mexico line's like right there. It's
So
like,
I grew up in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I did some living there, and I used to go to Denver sometimes.
I like, yeah, Denver's cool.
Denver was nice, but Denver used to be rough back in the day. I don't know
For
how it
real?
is now.
I hear people that say they from them. They say it's still like that, but I don't know. I ain't been. You know, what I'm saying, I ain't drive over there.
Okay, so you was up in the mountains like chilling.
Yeah, or just hanging out.
So what's that like? Because I've never really got a chance to experience like I did some hiking as a youth, but to go up there and just kind of decompress and go up to the mountain.
And your phone don't work.
And your phone.
That's the best part. Your phone don't work.
So ain't nobody blowing you up.
Ain't nobody blowing me up. Can't nobody reach me. I'm in the mountains. You might get a little service if you want to take pictures and post on like social media or something, but like ain't that much talking going on up there. And that's why I like the most.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. So would you say you're a person that likes that quiet time? Because I know we talked when you first got on, you said, man, I was on the porch chilling, getting some sunshine.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're talking about being in the mountains. So are you kind of like a nature kind of guy also?
In a way, cause I could go to the beach and I just want to listen to the water, like get a balcony room view and just sit. I ain't got to go out there have no fun. That'd be the fun right there. Then I just come back home. I'll be needing that decompress. I'll be like, I want to turn my phone off. I don't never turn it off, but I only answer for certain folks though.
Yeah. Cool. So talked a little bit about the sports.
Yeah.
And your favorite things. What were some of the challenges that you faced with the sports? And during this time, you said you did music at this time too, right? So you was juggling a whole lot of things. How did you make it happen?
Just sacrificing time, really. And then it came to a point where the opportunities I was missing because of ball for music, like the season started in the summer, 2 times in the summer.
Okay.
So those times to open up for these big artists, I was missing.
Because
I was playing ball. So like it got to a point like I do music. I'm always training. I make time for everything. But I'm training and then music will be like for 8 months.
Okay.
And then I have ball, like strictly ball for like 4 months. But I'm still juggling it too.
Because you still got to train and work out, make sure you're fit and
all that. And then make sure I'm making music on top of that and making content and pushing that, make sure I, answer my Zoom calls and my meetings and trying to schedule everything and make it work. And it clashes, but I made it work.
That's what's up.
So now I'm just like when I decided I was going to do music all the way.
Full time.
Yeah.
So you transition. So now you retired from the sports and music is your full-time thing. So 24/7, we on the go. We on the go with the music
all day long,
man. So
it's cool though.
Your passion. You think your passion is stronger for music or for sports?
Both still.
Yeah. So you don't retire, but you really ain't let the sports go.
I can't let it go. I can't let it go. That's been my life for forever. But now it's to the point where my little brothers are following my footsteps. So I'm just geared to them.
Okay.
Yeah. That's where it's gonna come from. That's gonna be my balance. I gotta make time for my folks.
For sure, family is important.
Yeah. And
I think by the way you've talked, and like I said, I know your mom. Your mom's super intense. You know what I'm saying? So she's intense, right?
Yeah, the real deal.
Yeah. But
all my people like that, even on my dad's side.
Really, so everybody like super intense.
Yeah.
So that
everybody love like super duper hard regardless.
That's what's up. Yeah. So that means your focus got to be like on 1,000 then whenever you're doing whatever you're doing, because she gonna stay on you.
Yeah.
And
it's all day.
Yeah. So
I hardly sleep.
I was like that when I was young.
I think I'll be like that for a long time.
my sleep pattern changed when I turned about 45. I'll be honest. About 45, I started saying, man, I got to get some rest. But when I was young, man, it's like the sleep was like not even real sleep. It was like cat nap.
A cat nap.
The cat nap. Couple of hours.
Like 2 hours.
And I'm back straight and we back active.
I sleep for probably 2 hours. I sleep like 2 hours, and you know, might still be tired, but I still be
You
pushing
still on
through.
go.
I can still perform, do everything I gotta do, and it don't look like I'm tired. But if you with me in my circle, you'll know I'm probably exhausted.
For sure. So let's dive into the music a little bit.
All right.
You said you do multi-genre, but what's your favorite? If you were to describe your style, how would you describe your style?
The melodic stuff.
The melodic stuff?
Yeah, like melodic rap.
Okay.
Where you can go in. Like the melodic rap is so cool where you can rap and you can be make like slower music for like women at the same time. That's me right there. That's where I live at.
And so
if I had to pick one,
if you had to pick one, that's what you really that's really
that's
you.
my thing.
For sure. Now, do you freestyle or do you write?
I punch up. I want to say freestyle, cause like when you punching, it's a new thing called punching in. So you really you thinking it out. You think and then you go. So I do that more now because it's like free thinking and I don't second guess.
I agree, and I see that a lot. You know, I'm an engineer, so I produce an engineer. So I see a lot of people come in and they thinking it through.
Yeah, and that be the best way because them first thoughts that come to your head, them be like them be the thoughts you need to go with because that's like what you just received from what you just heard.
Okay,
like with writing, like I will write if I'm not in front of the microphone.
Okay,
or if I catching that like a 5 punchline that I need to put somewhere, I might type it down.
Okay.
Like that's the only time I do write. But I grew up writing first. But I knew writing would make me like second guess and really try to structure and then it take away the feel.
And so you know what? I've seen both sides, right? Because I've dealt with artists
that
write.
For me though.
And for sure. And I think it's almost like a development thing, right? Because I know a lot of people that write what they really doing, even some of your biggest songwriters, right? When they're in a room and they listen to a song and they humming a melody, and what they in those pockets, now they're gonna start putting words in there in those things, and then they're gonna flip the words, and that's how a lot of y'all do when they call it freestyle or punching in. You really going off a vibe, how you feeling off your first mind, and you hearing the melody and the everything else, and then you start putting in the words, and then you just let it go.
Right.
And so
that's how it be. That's how it be. Like one of my favorite artists do that. Like he'll do that whole song, and then he'll come in behind and put words in.
Okay, so when you talk about your favorite artist, who's your favorite artist?
My favorite all-time artist is Lil Wayne, but I was talking about Rollo Rodriguez.
Okay,
he do that.
Rollo fire.
Yeah.
He hard. I don't think he gets the.
He is now the flower. He getting them now.
Yeah,
he getting them now.
I see a lot of people starting to talk about him now. I think he's been fire for a minute though.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
On No Cap, that's what I listen to the most.
Oh, right so now. You like No Cap?
Yeah, them like in my, like they in the same lane I'm in.
Okay,
cause they so they had their melodies and then they also make music for women too.
And I think that's
they slow it up. I like that.
So do you think women are like one of your biggest fans as far as your fan base?
Yeah, yes, most definitely.
Most definitely. So you do a lot of records for the women?
Not necessarily.
He said not necessarily.
Not necessarily for the women, but I do it for like that's how I feel. And then, most men don't like talking about their feelings.
True.
Unless they get behind here. So it's really like if I could be a spokesperson for all the men that really love women, then put me on there.
Hey,
I got y'all.
That's a good spot though.
Yeah.
That's a good spot. It shows that vulnerable side because artists can say the things that we can't say.
Right.
So when you get a chance to get that off, now the men gonna rock with you because like, man,
they gonna send that song to what I'm talking about. They gonna be like, this is what I'm talking about right here. I can't say it, but he said.
That's what's up.
But that's and like in the past, like in my relationship, that's how I used to tell it.
So your girl,
I would make a whole song. I would make a song, but like, all right, listen to it. That's what I'm talking about.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
So that's when you had a significant other at that time. That's how you would express yourself through song.
Yeah.
Okay. That's unique.
It's therapeutic.
It's therapeutic, and it's kind of like writing a poem, but it ain't necessarily a poem, so to speak. You know what I'm saying?
I get the enjoyment. Like music is a universal language. Everybody listening to music. Music make people feel good, happy, mad, sad, bad, whatever. Your emotions, it's always a song for everything.
Yeah.
And I sometimes I talk in song.
Okay. So, some of your music is on the station already. Your mom sent me some stuff is on the station, right? So tell me about your current project that you have out right now.
It's called You Cheated.
You cheated?
Yeah. I got cheated on.
You got cheated on?
Yeah.
Are you still with her?
Still with her? No.
I
tried it. But
so you tried to make it work?
I tried. That was the first time me trying to do that. Yeah, I couldn't do it.
So from the artist standpoint, did it break your heart or were you ticked off or both?
Both. From an artist standpoint, me not being a person right now, I always just talk about. Hey, I'm telling you, like from a person, I was told, like person wise, I was told up.
Okay.
Artist wise, I used to separate the two.
Okay.
But now it's starting to come into one person. Like, and I think I'm finna level up some more. Cause I used to separate the two.
And now you can put your person
now I'm putting
in your music
and
for
I'm
real,
just like living, just gonna really live in the truth. Well, I always been living in the truth, but I'm putting my personal and the music like really, really together at this point. Cause it's not just there. It's not just like me letting some out. Like this is how I'm feeling for real life.
You was going through something when you had to put that out there.
Yeah. You should see record it. It was something else.
Really?
Yeah. I'm about to shed a tear now.
No.
I'm about to shed a tear now.
No, man.
It's really not that. It's just like cheating is just disloyal, bro.
I feel you.
Just the triple cross. Like, how can you do that?
How could you do me like that?
How could you do that? You could have did anything.
It's like
you literally could have did anything but that. I'm big on loyalty though.
That's what's up.
It shows what type of person you is.
For sure. Do you think that the You Cheated record is like some of your best work?
Vulnerability in a vulnerable aspect. Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't have made nothing like that when I was younger.
Okay.
But I've made some vulnerable. Recently, like I would say in this past year, I've made some very vulnerable tracks.
So you opened up a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. So your artistry has gone from here, that level up.
Yeah.
Like you talking about.
I'm going out. Every song you supposed to level up. But my vulnerability is making my music even more better.
Okay.
I feel like.
And so you think it's becoming more relatable to people?
Very relatable at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
like the stuff that like people don't want to talk about. Everybody want to be happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you get to talk about the life part. That's what.
And life be lifing.
Yeah, life be life, and life be lifing for everybody.
For sure.
Like you can be having a good time, but you still have your dark times when you know what I'm saying. You in them 4 walls. So that I want to talk about them thoughts in them 4 walls.
Facts. And so, are you still doing? Because you said you model too.
Mm-hmm.
So you modeling the music, the sports. So how'd you get into modeling? Have you been doing that all your life too?
No. No.
So how did that come about?
It was guess who I did was? Just guess.
Mama?
Yeah.
Okay.
She just thought about it because I'm using my look.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? At this day and age, you gotta use something outside of music, and it's been my look.
Okay.
So it was a look. And she's like, you should try it out. And I was like, I don't like taking pictures. I don't. But she's like, you always in the mirror? I said, it's not that I want to. This is what I have to do with molding myself with this industry stuff. And she was just like, try it out, see how I go. And I've been trying it out. It's working. It's making me come out my shell.
And you got a underwear deal.
Yeah, I'm in underwear.
Okay.
So I feel exposed. I feel exposed every time I put them up. It'd be cool when it's all said done. I love like all right. But in the act third, I be like,
It's like, man,
I had to really loosen up for real.
for sure.
But
What's the name of the underwear so people can buy it?
Famous Kings Briefs. Famous King. PHAMOUS Kings.
Famous Kings.
Famous
Okay.
Kings.
All right. So are they kind of like on the style where they're the
It's
box
black on.
black on too?
Yeah.
Okay. So we definitely got to check that out. Shout out to Famous Kings. If the owner of Famous Kings sees this, hit me up and get on 101.1 The Culture so we can highlight your brand.
She's a great person.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So I'm gonna touch on the modeling, music. So now I got to go into my staples, right?
All right.
You said who your favorite artist was, but who are your top 3 influences when it comes to your artistry? And it doesn't have to be another artist.
Lil Wayne. Probably them 3. Lil Wayne, Rollo, No Cap.
Okay, and those are your top 3 as far as the artistry. Okay. And I can see how they all kind of fit because Wayne is like the GOAT. And then
I've been on Wayne since I was like this high. Like a baby. And he's been my all-time favorite since then. Like
and I can see that because of I always look at generations,
like
right?
My hair and everything.
The hair, all of that is I guess I can swing that.
Then like he's a lyricist. I care about my lyrics. Those people I named, Lil Wayne, like they're in the conversation with Wayne. Like,
yep, I agree.
Lyrics, I like lyrics. I like substance. I like the realness that come behind it, and I like the wordplay. It's not like I'll call it the rah drill music.
That's not your lane, not your style.
I do it. I do it, but
that's not your favorite thing.
It's not my favorite thing to do. No. When I do it, somebody made me mad.
Okay, so are you dropping just singles right now? Are you gonna do a project? What you got up?
I got projects loaded up.
Okay,
but
you ain't dropped them yet.
I don't know. I keep on making music.
So you stockpiling right now. You load the clip up.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So you cheated is out right now. You got anything that you know that's coming next, or you still planning on what the next release gonna be?
It's a song called Just Wanna.
Just Wanna?
It's fire.
Okay.
It's so fire. It's a song for the summer.
Okay, so you got to make sure I get that for the station.
I am.
All right, for sure. And for all of y'all that don't know, you can always check out the music on the station. If you go to the bottom of the page, you'll see it says 101theculture.com. You go to that website, there's a player. You click the player, plays the music, right? It plays the station. You're going to get 24/7. 99% of the artists that I put on my station are independent artists. And a lot of it is Alabama. But I got people from all over. I got people from overseas. I got Cali folks. I got people in New York. And so I play independent artists. So if you're a person that supports independent artists, check out the station.
Global.
That's right. Because I always say now, just because you're independent don't mean that you ain't a major artist.
Right.
You know what I mean?
They get that twisted. A lot of people get that twisted.
For sure. And you can also go and you can download the app, right? There's an app called the Live 365 app where you can actually tune into the station or the TuneIn app. And there's others out there too where you can go and look for independent internet radio and just type in 101.1 The Culture. You'll find the station and rock out and tune in. I always say do that to support the artist because, you know, everybody's looking at Spotify and all these other stuff. And I don't even listen to Spotify that much. But I do listen to a lot of independent radio now because you got good talk shows, you got good interviews. You're going to find out stuff that you really didn't know about artists because you get a chance to tap in. And the interviews are starting to go on the stations on Sundays now. So if you tune in on Sundays, you'll be able to hear like your interview and other artists that we do.
Say live.
For sure. So any special shout outs before we get up out of here?
Hey, special shout out to P23. Special shout out to my family. I love y'all so much. Y'all have been there for me in this time that I am going through. We're not going to speak on it, but I really, really appreciate y'all. Swear to God. For real. Appreciate my team. Appreciate my fans, my supporters. Because at the end of the day, my career don't go nowhere without y'all. For sure. Stay real. Stay you. Stay authentic.
Hey, that's what's happening, man. I appreciate you coming through, giving me
sure.
a chance to chop it up with the old man.
For sure.
You know what I'm
I'll
saying?
be back.
Oh, for sure. I know you're gonna be
I'll
back,
be
man. You
back.
know, we locked in now. You know,
Yeah.
mom's, you know, me and your mom, we chat a little bit, and I support what she does. She supports what I does, and we kind of do some similar things, right? And I always say, it ain't competition between us. It's collaboration. How do
Right.
we help each other in the same city that's kind of doing similar things? How do we lift everybody up? So
That's what it's all about. Folks
sure.
be looking at it the wrong way.
exactly.
But we getting it together with the right people that's like-minded, like you, my mom. You know what I'm saying? I want to see people go up instead of go down.
For sure.
Yeah.
You know, I got this gray in here for some reason.
Yeah,
you
wise.
That's what they say.
Too.
You gonna get it in time, but don't be in no rush.
Hey,
Don't be in no rush, bro. Enjoy your youth.
I just cut my beard off.
I just grew this.
I cut mine. I had grew it for one reason only. Now that reason ain't a reason no more. It got cut off.
All right, for sure.
Yeah.
Because you know what? You cheated. And with that, we up out of here. I appreciate you again, bro.